You can't just have an opening, you gotta throw some other shit in it. This is Yao and Kahari, the baddest brothers, on vocals and cello in this city. A lot of things are really special to me about tonight. I mean, it's so nice to see you all here. And in many ways, this is the first time that that I've done this kind of thing. So just a note real quick about an epitaph to civil rights and other domesticated structures. I needed I needed tonight to resolve a few things for me artistically, personally. One, what have been some of the failures of the black middle class to address issues of the poor in poor black places? How is it that buildings came to be how they are in places where things are neglected? How could those moments allow me to enter the conversation of contemporary art practices in a way that feels authentic to who I am and relevant and resonant to a very fickle marketplace group of believers whose arc of belief is temporary and fleeting at best. I wanted to make beautiful things, but beautiful whether or not they were received very well. And I also wanted those things to act as a kind of token for a history of potency. The potency that a fire hose could have done in Birmingham, Alabama, 1963, to galvanize a country toward the needs of those underserved, unequally served. And then what happens if the potency, relevancy is lost? That we're kind of left with really beautiful objects to discuss in galleries, to discuss over nice wine and cheese. That I wanted to just implicate myself in the challenges of poor black places. And by the implication, create a body of work that people would actually believe in with me to maybe have some impact in a place. The show sold out. The show sold out before it sold. The show sold out before it opened. That there's this part of people's belief that's not just about collecting objects that are beautiful, but I think that part of what people bought was a more full narrative that had to do with, we know what Theaster is going to do with the loot. We see what Theaster does with the loot. And so I wanted to not run away from that. And in fact, what I hoped to present wasn't actually a bunch of pretty objects. And that if you're only looking at the object, then it's probably just a part of the story. That I want you to know that the objects are loaded, and they should remind us not just of Dorchester, but of a bunch of places that we neglect. A bunch of places that we can use our varying forms of influence to have impact in. And so I would like to have made this a modernist moment. It looks minimal, but there's some other shit going on, and I hope that you'll just spend enough time with the hoses to grab it for yourselves. Thank you so much for coming out.